I didn't see you there. Yes, I did. It was for a dramatic effect. Chill out. So this video is gonna be a little different than the ones I posted before. Like I feel like even though I like to talk about fashion and stuff or just whatever, I want this channel to serve more as like a journal, if that makes sense. I just want to do a little semester recap. I feel like this is something I wanted to do, but I didn't know how to, and I got this handy dandy. I got my little. Oh, I was about to say magic stick. Ew. Definitely not that. Oh no. I got this mic, so I feel like it gives more of an authentic feel. But anyway, let me just get into this video before I get any further off the railroad. With the semester being over, I've been holding on to a lot that's good and bad, improvements and imperfections alike. I can also confidently say I've done a lot better for myself and gotten a lot off my mental checklist little by little. I feel the most of a lot of things, motivated, guided, and inspired, just to name a few. But if anything, I'd like the course of this video to serve as a palette for myself and a takeaway from this therapy session. Ooh, therapy. You want to know something that's a little bit more scarier? You want to know something that's more scarier, terrifying even? Yeah, it's pretty scary, isn't it? To catch y'all up, I'm a sophomore who missed their first semester of their freshman year due to being in boot camp at the time, so I only have one previous semester up on the plate for comparison. One main difference I can spot is my overall perspective on life. The best way I can put it is that I was extremely clouded, and clouded itself even being an understatement. It was more of like Japan during typhoon season, if you may. It was pretty bad on the outside, but you'd never know that because I was so quick to hop onto the next distraction, using it as a mask or to cope. Compared to now, where I take pride in the smallest things, whether that be making my bed in the morning, taking a walk, or dressing up like a mass vigilante and fighting crime into the night. Another thing that played a role was the company that I kept around. Everybody unanimously has this idea where the first friends that you make in college turn out to be the worst people you've ever met, which in my case isn't fully true. I just remember thinking to myself, if I wasn't around these people, I don't know what I was going to do for the day. Essentially, I was lost, letting other people determine the course of my day. It was a toxic mindset that I instilled onto myself, but not realizing at the time that it was as such. Moving on to the actual friend group itself, you can pretty much imagine where this is going. Freshman year, everything's all good, peaches and cream, peanut butter and jelly, Halloween candy and razor blades, but then it comes. No, not you. The infamous he said, she said. First of all, let me preface that it had absolutely nothing to do with me at all. But fast forward to now where we're not as close as we used to be, I still keep it cordial with some of them, and some of them just flat out avoid each other like they never existed in the first place. But hey, that's life. I always had a feeling that our group had no structure to it, like it could crumble at any second, which ultimately it did. But I didn't treat them like the average 9-to-5 worker and replaced them. I took time to myself, and with that, a more foundational group came with time. I'm grateful to have the support group that I do, but even then I'm still a very to myself person, which leads me to my next discussion point. I enjoy being around people, but as of lately I've come to enjoy my solitude even more and more. A small circle means less people to deal with, less problems, less everything. I'm living a life where I don't need people to bring me happiness because I know what brings myself the most happiness. And it may sound depressing to some people watching this video, but all I can say is if you know, you know. I truly don't feel the need to please anybody or put on a show. It's truly what you get is what you get. If we don't hit it off, if we're cordial, if we get close, it's all cool. But you want to know what's not cool? And also, I'd like to mention that I hate this newfound perception whereas where you first meet people, they expect you to be on 10, like borderline bouncing off the walls. Like, bro, I do not know you. I do not know you. You do not know me. Now, don't get it twisted. We can get to that level. But to play for the other side for a quick second, I do understand where they're coming from because I'd hate to meet somebody new and I'm trying to conversate with them and get to know them. And it just feels like I'm talking to a brick wall, which for comparison is the world's most social computer science major. The best thing I found to do is to be reserved when needed, like Sweden in World War II. Throughout my time in college, I've heard it all. I've heard plenty of, Herman, why do you look like you're mad? Or, Herman, why do you look so serious? Which, to be fair, my resting face is questionable. But you also have to keep this in mind. This is very crucial. If I don't find it interesting, I'm not going to be a part of it. If I don't find it funny, I'm not going to laugh. If I'm not invited or asked to go, I will not be there. To continue on the subject of people, you won't get any better if you try to hang on to loose ends. Why are you trying to hang on to somebody who's already convinced themselves on leaving? Which is a question I should have asked myself plenty of times, and maybe somebody watching this needs to ask themselves that question as well. People come, people go, and people stay, and that's okay. But it's how you react that makes the difference. Words can't describe how grateful I am for the people that I have around me, and there's a possibility that the people that I no longer associate with, each for different reasons, are probably watching this video right now with a big nasty mug. Well, that's everything, and it feels good. As I feel myself becoming more expressive as a person, I feel myself holding on to less and less as the years go on. I hope my words inspired, motivated, or at least was somebody's background sound. Make sure y'all like, share, comment some ideas of what you'd like to see in the future, subscribe, let me know what's the move with y'all, and most importantly, Merry Christmas.